Hi everyone, how are y'all doing today? So we're just going to wait a few minutes and see who's going to be able to join us today so that they can see what's going on. Making sure I'm all organized here. Y'all know me, usually not. Forget something. We'll see what we get today, what we forget today. There is, hi Rhonda, how you doing? Yeah, I have some releasing another new pattern today. I just absolutely love it. New kit today, sorry, not new pattern. New kit today that's turned out so cute. I cannot wait. And I actually even have all the kits packed for this. I'm trying to be so organized. Yeah. I'm just yitter-yattering. Hi, Veronica, Virginia. I'm just yitter-yattering because I'm letting some people come on. We're supposed to cool down a little bit next week. This is so bad. It's going to go into the 80s, I think, next week. The week after will be the 90s. I mean, this week it's like high 90s, up over 100. So, and it's been like that for weeks. And we have so many fires starting here now. So I'm really, really looking forward to the cooler weather. Hey, Keiko. I am today going to give away to the people that are watching. Someone is going to win my sled that I make today. I just thought it would be nice to kind of give something away. I haven't done it for a little bit. So I don't know if you've seen, but I have just put up another one on my website. It's a set of 3. Hey, Claudia. Yeah, that's fine, hun. It's a set of 3 snowies. It's a snowy family. I'm going to show them to you. This is Papa Snowy. Make sure I've got this right. This is Papa Snowy. And look at the stands on the back. You don't even have to see the stands. They just stand all by themselves. I just love it. This one is, I put a hat on him and then I finished the back off so you can't really see that the hat has been added. And then it's, got his bow, and then I'm trying to figure out where. Okay, it's over here, where this is. And then it has a sign with frosting that. So anyway, that is the Papa Snowy. This is the Mama Snowy. Better come back a little bit so you can see it. This is the Mama Snowy. Fix these lights, are a little bit weird. Isn't she just adorable? And then we have Baby Snowy. Well, not baby, but little boy Snowy. Look at him, he's just the cutest. Look at his toque. Anyway, the kit comes with everything that you see. I'm going to show you how to make this adorable toque and everything else. Comes with all these tags. These tags are all wooden. The hearts are all wooden. Yeah, they're super cute. So I am going to, it is up. Yeah, I hope y'all like them because they were so much fun to do. I'm just going into the group because I want to make sure that, thanks, Deanna. I'm just going to, oh, here I am. Do you like my ponytail today? This is me at 9 o'clock this morning. I didn't really feel like doing a whole lot. Having so much trouble with the internet. And it's just us, like it's nobody else. It's just us. We have them out constantly, and they've discovered that it's the cable that runs under the ground to the main little thing that's a couple houses down from us. They think, I don't know, they think maybe some roots or something have gotten in and is compressing it. I don't really know. Anyway, It's now gone to maintenance, so that's why my internet is sometimes the whole thing shuts off. It's not just the internet, it's the television too. So then we have nothing. And my husband and I just look at each other like, hello. And then I come downstairs and paint because, you know, there's nothing else to do. So yeah. I tell you, my, I wonder why this stuff isn't working very good. For some reason, do you guys have a trouble with, go away. Yeah, when I try, yeah, I'm gonna have to go on my computer to see this because I want to make sure that I can see all the comments properly. For some reason, my iPad isn't picking them up properly. Hi, Kathy, how are you doing? Hey, Rosemarie. Yeah, so I'm just gonna open it up on my computer just so I can see everybody's comments really good. Ugh. I've got all the kits and everything packed for the, what did I just do? Oh, the toque. I just love the toque. It turned out so good. So if that is all anybody's ordered or ordering, then they will all go out on Monday. If anybody's ordering anything else, I'm putting up another one that I'm doing. It's I'm supposed to get it from Deb tomorrow. She had company all week, so she wasn't able to cut anything for me. But it's our ornament. It's so freaking cute, so cute. And anyway, she is going to have that for me tomorrow, so I'll also be putting that up before Monday. I like to get many as I can up at one time so you guys can save on shipping. But if you want me just to go ahead and ship something that you've ordered, just tell me. Send me a little message or something and I'll make sure it gets sent out. I'm just pulling up Facebook on here. Da, 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 da. I want to make sure that I can see all the comments. And for some reason, my iPad isn't picking them up like it used to. And I'm not sure why. See if it'll do it here. Isn't picking them up like it used to. Now I have to turn the volume down on this. Okay. Okay, you be adding more kits or should I order now? I will be adding another kit. Now, just so you know, I do have a limited number of these snowies right now. So if you do want one, you may want to order it. Oh, thank God it's not during hockey season, Rhonda. I don't know what I would do. I'm going to start on this. So this is what we're doing today. We're doing our sleigh. This is so much fun. And it's a technique you can use anytime on lots of different things. I'm just going to get my snowy out and all my little pieces. These, I was trying to find something that I could use for the runners on the bottom of the sleigh. And I found these. They're really thin. So just be careful with them, right? But I tell you, they are stuck on. They do not move. They're super secure. So, and I just liked how thin they were. I didn't want ones that were big and clunky. So in case you're wondering, why did she put these in there? I like these the best. I tried several different things, and these were what I liked the best. Okay, so I'm going to move down. And over we go. Let's make sure it's not too bright. With the weather the way it is, it's hard to... There, oh, that looks good. Okay, and this is the one, what we're copying is our sleigh. See if I can put it here. I want to be able to, everyone to be able to see it. Are they coffee stir sticks? You know, I actually got them in the craft section. They did not say they were coffee stir sticks. I'm really not sure. That's what they remind me of. These are longer than the average ones. The other ones are usually like 6 inches. And I think these are 7 inches. 7.5 inches by the looks of it. So these ones are longer than the stir sticks that you can usually buy. I just look and think this one is, I'm gonna have to get another one. This one looks off, see? Tinier. So anyway, I'll just grab another one. So we're gonna, first of all, we're gonna rust the sled. We're gonna rust these, and we're gonna, these we're just painting asphalt them. So we're gonna, first of all, let's just rust these things. Just grabbing my wax, where did I put my wax? I had it in my hot little hand, just, oh, there it is. Just a second ago. Oh, hey, you know what? While I'm up, I'm going to grab a new one of these because I don't like that other one. So let me just grab it in one of my millions of boxes here. Oh, here, I think. Okay. Yeah. Some of them are off a bit. I don't want them to be off. Let me just grab some wax paper. Just put it right there. Go and get started. Okay, I am going to take, I think I'm going to take one of Chris's brushes, one of her stencil brushes, because y'all know I love base coating on these. Hey, Darlene, Dollarama or Dollar Tree? These ones, I did not get it either. I couldn't find them at either. I had to go to the dollar store with more. I honestly could not find them. Could find the little ones, the short ones, but I needed the longer ones. So I ended up having to go out of town to a different place and get them. Oh, you'll all be happy to know, you probably don't really care, but I went to the doctor about my stupid foot the other day, and oops, and he is sending me to physio. So my sister and I were kind of making a joke about it, because you go to, they send you to physio and you go, oh, okay, well, you know, and then they send you home with all these exercises to do. I don't know about you guys, but I am really bad. And I may do the exercises once, and then I never do them anymore. So I don't know how well that's gonna work, or if I'm even gonna bother. I think it's getting better on its own, so we'll see. Oh, yeah, got ink on me. Okay. So this is black. Now you can do both sides if you want. Probably should, especially if you're giving it away or putting it in a garage sale. Yeah, right, Claudia? I mean, you know, you have all good intentions. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, I'll do them at home. Yeah, and then you never do. I'm going to do both sides of this. Normally, I probably would have base coated this first, but because this is a kind of a real technique kind of a thing, I wanted to do it right from the start. And by the way, this Snowy family, it's going to be a 2-day class. I'll probably do it on a regular Thursday. I might do, maybe even do the first part of it Thursday morning and the second part of it Thursday evening, or I might do it Thursday evening and then Friday morning, or I haven't quite decided yet. So this is just black. And we're going to do both sides, but I just think it looks good if they're both sides are done, especially, like I said, if you're giving them away, or, you know, if they're, if it's, you know, a gift, or you're selling it at a craft fair. It's always, I think it looks good. Even these snowies, you'll see that I did both sides. I splattered them, and I tried to, you know, make sure that they looked good. So I would. Okay, now I'm going to do the front. And again, this is done with the black. I'm going to get a little bit more. Huh. Do you know, it's even been too hot to go in our pool. I like the morning classes because I'm awake all the way through the class. That's really good to know, Arlene. You know what? I actually like the morning classes, and I am switching over from the evening to morning. I was going to wait until December, but until January 1st, but I think I'm going to do it starting September 1st, or maybe even August 1st. I'll give everybody notice. But yeah, the 5 o'clock just doesn't seem to be working for a lot of people. I get way more people watching when I do a morning class than when I do the 5 o'clock class. So that's why I'm thinking of switching. I like it when people are watching because I just feel more invested, like more, oh, people care, right? Yeah, sorry about the Wi-Fi. I tell you, it's just been a nightmare. Goes out sometimes. It went out for 7 hours on Monday, and then this has been going on for like weeks, and then it goes off, and it's just getting worse and worse. So it goes out for like sometimes like 1 minute, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. Don't even know. It's just crazy. Yes, there will be a social time in the morning. Always still have our social time, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to continue to rust the back and the front. However, the back I'm not applying the wax and the red to. It's just going to look rusted, but the front will all be done. These two are also rusted, so I'm going to do them too. Get some paper towel here. Oh, so I was using the new Diversity brushes from Chris. I used them on the snowies for some of the areas. Oh my God, do I ever love them. I love interacting with all the peeps too, Deanna. And I actually wish we could do the whole thing on Zoom, but like I've said before, I'm so disappointed in how it looks, the quality of the picture and the recording and everything, that I just can't. I want it to look good, right? Coffee clutch before class, exactly. For those that are wanting to order the toque too, they are almost sold out. So if you were thinking of ordering them, you might want to go ahead and do that. I'm going to rust these runners too. But you have to do both sides of these runners. I'm going to rust them right here on this wax paper so I don't get black all over this sheet. So all the little wood pieces that you see, we have to rust up. And it really is worth all the extra steps. Will there be wood only available for the Snowy family? Yes, there will be, but just like the other ones, that you have to at least purchase one kit to get the wood only. I'm gonna get covered in black, aren't I? don't know why I am such a mess. I watch other people do these videos and they're just clean, and I sit and go, how in the hell do they stay looking like that? I can't do anything without getting covered in paint. Going to switch to mornings. Please do them on Friday. I still work Monday to Thursday. I don't want to always watch recordings. Do we know if anybody else has a morning class on Fridays? I'm not sure if they do. Does anybody know? Is there anybody else who does a morning class? Because I don't like to, you know, take up other people's spots or... They may have them earlier or later than me too, so I don't know of any. Yeah, I don't know of any who does either. The only thing that I do like Friday mornings. The only thing is that sometimes it's a long weekend, and if it is, then I would probably switch it to probably a Thursday morning if it falls on a long weekend. So that's just something to know. So when I did it, I made sure I did these sides too, okay? Because you actually will see these. So make sure you get all these edges done. Finicky little sled. But I tell you, these are so much fun to make, and they just turn out so cute. And different. I love different. You know me, I love doing things a little bit different. I'll just let those dry for a sec while we do the next step on this. Covered. I'm covered already, ladies. Okay, I'm going to take some burnt umber. And I'm going to pounce it on. I think Friday morning is great because I don't think anyone else has. Plus, you know what? I don't think either. And there really aren't that many holidays, you know, during the year that it's going to bother. So I think, yeah. Okay, so this is burnt umber, and this is just a makeup sponge that I'm going to use. Look at my hands already, eh? Disaster. And I am going to pounce this on, and as usual, remember, you want some of that black to show, so when you pounce it on, just make sure some shows. You don't cover up all the black. Also, yeah, and you don't have to use the makeup sponge. I'll show you. You can use, you know, like one of Chris's stencil brushes, or just something that you can pounce these on. And you're going to put this on all the pieces that we did black on. So you can see how I've done that, and you can still see black through, which is just perfect. I'm going to dry this. Actually, I'll just let that dry for a minute while I do the same thing with these. And I'm just going to pounce a little bit on, just like that. Still letting some of the black show through. And same with this one. And then I'm going to do it on these two because these are the runners and you want the runners to be rusty. So I want to do along the edge too. Same on this one. doing along the edges. I mean, you probably don't have to. I get a little anal about things sometimes. Do a little bit more on this edge here, I think. Okay, I just want to make sure that these are all dry, and then I'm just going to turn this sled over and do anything on the other side. There is a holiday every month until December. There is here in Canada. It's not always on a Friday, though, is it? I don't think, Deanna. We do in Canada. August 1st is a holiday, and October is our Thanksgiving. Yeah. And November is the Thanksgiving in the States. So I think it'll work fine to do it on a Friday. And I should implement it sooner rather than later, just because, so that nobody else takes that spot. So I'll probably start at August 1st, but I'll put a big notice up in the thing. August 1st is a holiday. Is August 1st a Friday? Like, is it the, I think 5, 4. It's August the 2nd, isn't it? August 1st is a Thursday. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah, so that weekend I might have to do it. Yeah, I might have to do the August 1st one on the Thursday morning, and then after that we'll do the Friday mornings. Just trying to find one that works really well for everybody. Probably why people don't have them on Fridays is because there's too many holidays. So this is just a reverse side, and I wanted to get both of them done. Sorry, this is burnt umber. So I did a layer of lamp black, and now I'm doing burnt umber. And this is the back, and I'm rusting up the back. Oh, there are not many. Yeah, there's not many from Canada. So, yeah, August 1st is probably not a problem. I'm going to be here. I don't think anybody else, I'm not having any company until, I think, the Saturday. My son and his girlfriend are arriving. Okay, so I just want to make sure that this is really dry. Now I'm going to go into the raw sienna. Oh, that's traditional burnt sienna. I don't want that. I want raw sienna. I think I'm going to have to pull it, everybody. Burnt sienna. What's this? Salted caramel. That's such a pretty color. Does anybody use salted caramel? I haven't used it yet. Going to have to. Okay, so now we're using raw sienna, and I'll just show you. So I've been using the makeup sponge, which I like to use, but I'm just going to show you. So you can use, you know, one of these. You're just pouncing all over, right? So it's whatever you're more comfortable with. Or you can just go ahead and use the same dirty sponge and pounce on. And just remember, you don't want to cover, you want to leave still all the 2 coats that you've done before. You want the colors to show through. That's what makes it look rusty. I'm trying to hold this up because I find my table shakes a bit. I moved it, and ever since I moved it, I've been having trouble with the camera and the thing shaking. So I am going to have to figure that out. I'm just going to dry that. And everything that we have already painted, the black and the burnt umber, we're now going to put the raw cyan on. But see how that makes it look rusty? I know you're probably wondering, why are we doing all this when we're just covering it up with red? It just helps to have the finish that I wanted. I'm just pouncing on again. This is on the back side. I kind of like the way the makeup sponges make this look. It really does give the effect of it being rusted. I'm going to put that there, and we're going to do the same thing to these. And I used the same, again, dirty sponge that I used the burnt umber was on. And I'm going to do the runners. You want to support them a little bit because you don't want them to, you don't want to press really hard and then have them snap on you or anything. This takes absolutely the longest. The holiday in August is the first Monday of the month. Oh, so it's a long weekend? Oh, okay. So it's the so it's the 5th, right? In Canada, it's the Monday. August long is a Monday for us. I don't know, I'm retired. I have absolutely no idea anymore. Okay. So those are done. Now I'm going to get rid of this wax paper. We all know I am going to wear it. I already have worn it, most of it on my hands as it is. I have some baby wipes here. I'm not sure where I put them. Yeah, thanks, Deanna. Sorry, I'm just getting some of this black off my hands. I don't know where my baby wipes went. I'd have to, I always have tons of them for when Jade and Zara come. Well, and her husband. So I'm thinking I might go and grab some of hers. Or just buy some more. I think I might just be out of them and I have to buy some more. Anyway, got some of the black off. Okay. I'm just going to give this a really light sanding. Just because I really like it nice and smooth. But I'm going to just lay a piece of paper towel down before I do it. This is the back. I'm going to do the front. And then going to give it just the light going over the paper towel, and that makes sure I get all the dust off. I'm going to do the same with these. I'm just going to, okay, this, you're probably going to think, what in heck is she doing? Anyway, I get these at the dollar store. They're just, you know, nail files, but I buy them for sanding because they're fabulous for sanding these little things. Just these little pieces. I think it comes 2 in a package for like, you know, $1.25 or something. I do have a really little gator, you know, that small gator that I find even it can be a little big for some things. So I like to use this. Do any of you guys use these nail files to do some sanding with? I have one that I use this one, and it's that Deb gave me that she got from her, where she goes to get her nails done. And these ones are for the acrylic nails, and they're very coarse, so they actually work really well. And I'm going to actually use it around this bigger one, this bigger piece. Do these edges up. If you're having a rusty sled, and the edges should probably be quite worn, so. Okay, I am not doing sanding these or working on the edges on these runners, just because they are quite thin and a little bit more delicate, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, now I'm going to wax these, and then I'm going to put down some Rookwood Red, and then we're going to remove it. I'm just going to go all over this. And I'm going to do the same thing on these 2 pieces. I'm going to get out my Rookwood Red. I hope it works out the same way as when I originally did it, right? You just never know. Okay, I'm going to take this. Pick up the Rookwood Red. And brush this on. I'm going to put Rookwood Red on these little pieces too. I'm going to dry these up a bit. I'm not doing it on the back of this sled, and I'm not doing it on the runners, just in case you're wondering. Not. You don't have to worry too much if you muck it up a little bit, because it is going to be covered by this, but hopefully it'll work out exactly how I want and you want. So again, first we did was the lamp black. We did a coat of that. Then we pounced on some burnt umber. Then we pounced, pardon me, on some raw sienna. After they were all dried, we put the wax on, and then we did the Rookwood Red. Now I'm just going to take my paint scraper. I'm going to scrape some of this off. Don't forget to, if you want a little bit more off, just press a little harder. I think I might actually use my file. Oh, see if it'll work. No, it's not going to work as well. And if you end up taking too much off, don't worry, just apply a little bit more. Just going to shake this up a little bit more there. So I actually want to just apply a little bit more to this, and then I'll re-sand it down or re-scrape some off. I'm looking at this, and I think actually I've got this. That's good. I might take a little bit more off here, just along these edges. When you wax, make sure that you really do wax these edges too, especially if you want to make sure that you are able to scrape off of them. Now I use the antiquing wax on this to even age it more. I'm just going to go into my little drawer and get it. And if you need to, you can sand a little bit more around the edges. Turns out different absolutely every single time you do it. It'll never look exactly the same twice. I think I want a little bit more removed along the bottom there. So I'm going to use the coarser board. Hi, Rhonda. Okay. I'm going to remove that. Shake this out so I don't have the paint and the wax. I'm just going to get my distressing for my antiquing wax just to distress this a little bit more. Now I have one of these. Remember that when you use a brush for the antiquing wax, that you have just one brush set aside for it, because the wax doesn't really come out of the brushes that well. I mean, it might if you use, and I haven't tried it, so I don't know for sure. It might if you use maybe hand sanitizer on the brush. I haven't tried that yet, so I can't say. I'm just going to go around these edges with this antiquing wax. And this is Country Chic antiquing wax. It doesn't have a color or anything. It's just called Country Chic antiquing wax. I like to do a little bit more into these grooves at the bottom and the top where they're cut in. So you can see what I've done here. I really like the way this is turning out. And the same thing on these two smaller pieces. I always get in with my finger and mess them up. I'll leave in a little bit more. And I'm just gonna just really lightly give it a little sand on the edges, just here and there, not all over, just here and there. And I'm not doing it really hard because I don't want it to, the bare wood to really shine through. Okay, looks good. I think I'm going to just take a little bit more of this antiquing wax. And just kind of add a little bit here and there on the sled, even though most of it won't show because it'll be covered. I kind of know that I like that I did it, so. There. So these are done. I'm actually going to glue these on now so that they have a chance, well, chance to set, I guess you would say. I'm also gonna, and after I do the circle, put the circle on, I'm gonna glue the runners on. Okay, my glue, I bought this bottle of this, 18-ounce bottle of this so that I will always be able to refill it because it's expensive. But if you buy the huge bottle of it, it actually is cheaper than if you buy a smaller bottle. At least that's what I found. I'm going to be a little picky. I just want to give this a chance to dry. Oops. I'll put it about here. Drop this into my paint. And then same thing along the top. Squeeze some of this on. I think that might be a little bit too much. I hate it when you put it on and then it squeezes out from the edges. And then I'm going to put this one on. Here. We're going to let these dry while we do our decoupage. But you see how cool that looks? It looks really old, like the paint's scraped off from the work, you know, from you using it so much. So I really like that. Okay, I'm going to just put that to the side. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to clean this off a little bit where I'm working. Or we're going to end up wearing some of it or losing. I'll be going, oh, where did I put? Oh no, because I do that. Okay, oops. I think I'll clean that off too while I'm at it. Okay, back to tidy. That's my antiquing one. I want to make sure I keep that and the rails. Okay. Now, this one here, I just gave it, I'm just trying to decide. So I'm going to use different papers than I gave you guys, just so you can see that there's a difference. You can use any paper, right, that as long as it fits over here. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do Santa or if I want to do snowy. I think I'll do the snowy this time. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do the snowy. He is super cute. It's going to go over a little bit. Cut this out. These little teeny tiny scissors. I'm just cutting it a little bit bigger than the circle that I did. Yeah, that's going to look really good. Okay. Now, you can seal this. You can put your Mod Podge on and seal this. Just trying to decide if I... I don't think, I usually paint it, and so I know I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure if I actually did this time because it was a darker, but I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm just going to give it, just come in here with a little bit of timeless. You can try not doing it. See, now I'm curious. I didn't write down which one I did. So, I'm going to do it both ways. I'll do one of the Santa. And I'm just going to see what it looks like with or without like if I just decoupage it on without painting it first. And then I'm going to try it with it painted under. We have to keep a needle pin to keep. Yeah, I know. I have one. Well, actually, I use this. I can't find rockwood without paying a fortune in shipping. What red can I... Oh, rookwood. Really? Well, you can use heritage brick. Just a sec. What is that other color that I do use? Is this it? Oh, that's rookwood. Rookwood, heritage. I put them in alphabetical order, so I'm looking here. What's this? Nope, not that one. There's another red. Now I'm trying to remember what in heck it is. These are all rookwood, I think. Rookwood. Ladies, what's that other color that's like rookwood? Why can't I? Ugh. Trying to remember what it is. Tuscan red. Yes. But there's still another one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. I'll think about it. I'm having a mental fart. So I will remember it, I'm sure, in just a minute, what it is. So the Santa, I'm just going to decoupage onto the round without painting it. And then we're going to do the snowy with a painted surface, just because I want to know. I want to know what works best. Okay. You can use a brayer, you can use a credit card, you can use your hands or your fingers to make sure that this is really nice and smooth, that there are no air bubbles or anything. Okay, this one is without the decoupage, without painting the little round first. I'm going to go around these edges really well. So I'm just going to put that to the side for a minute. This one I'm going to just do a little light coat. I'm just going to use Timeless. I actually don't think you need to do anything, but we're going to double check because I don't think I used anything, but I know some people do like to. No, that's not it. No, not antique maroon, not Gosh, I'm trying to think of what it is. Isn't any either of those. Really, you can use any red. I would use a deeper red, not a bright red, if that helps. So I just used Timeless. This is chalk paint for this. I mean, you can use desert sand or if you want. I'm just going to see if there's really much of a difference. Country red might be, that might be too bright of a red. Please, I am sitting here and I'm having this mental heart about this red color. Oh my gosh. It really looks a lot like liquid red. And it's just gone right out of my mind. But I would use a deeper red, not a bright red. So I just did a little coat on this with chalk Timeless, but really you can use desert sand or any of those colors. So we're just going to see what the decoupage is like over this. I think you can do it either way. That is my thought. Place it on. And then again, you can use your brayer, you can use a credit card, you can use your fingers just to really flatten this down. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere and that the bubbles are all gone. You do not want bubbles. A lot of people like to decoupage over the surface again. If I'm covering something completely, I don't. I'm just going to take my little sanding thing here, and I'm going to go around these edges to take off the excess, and then we'll see the difference from doing the surface and not doing it. Tonight at 3 a.m. it will come to you. I hate it. Isn't there a burgundy type? Yes, there is. Thank you. It is a burgundy. What's it? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Not true burgundy. I don't know. I'm going to look. I will look at it. Yeah, tonight at 3 a.m. it will come to me. I actually am going to look it up after the class because it's driving me crazy not knowing. But I think it is. Is it true burgundy? It doesn't seem, I don't know. I will look it up because it'll drive me nuts. Okay, so really there's no difference in if you do the paper first, paint it first or not. At least I don't think there is. So, but I'm just going to rough up these edges a little bit more because I want to get the paper just edged up. Oh. Roughed up a little bit more along the edges because we're going to add some antiquing wax to these edges. And then we'll decide which one I'm going to put on. Here's the brush. So I want to go around these edges with the antiquing wax. I actually have some still left on this brush. It actually stays on for quite a while. I'm going to go around both. And you can antique these up as much as you like. Now, if you don't have the antiquing wax, just use some asphaltum or some traditional burnt umber. The traditional burnt umber is a little bit darker than the asphaltum, so it depends on how dark of a deep burgundy. That's it. Thank you. I'm sure that's it, Claudia. That might, yeah, I think that's it. Now I want to take a little bit of celery green and I'm going to pick it up just on one of my blending brushes. And I want to take most of it off, so there's really is just a very little bit on. And I'm going to add it here and there. Just it kind of ages it a little bit more. I do like using this green, and I'm going to put a little bit on the sleigh. You can see I'm just kind of willy-nilly adding a little bit of green. I'm going to do the same thing with the sled, and this is celery green. So I just going to brush a little bit of it on. You want a little bit more on your brush. You don't want it to be too dry, otherwise it just kind of looks like a smudge. So I'm just adding a little bit. So you can see I've just added a little bit of green to it. And then I'm going to take, I think I'm going to do this snowy. Yeah, the snowy. The Santa is a little bit too bright. So I'm going to use the snowy. I'm going to position it, and I'm just going to glue this on. And then we are going to be adding a lot of, you know, splattering. Shocker. But we are. So I just want to position this, kind of center it. Like that. Make sure that's right. So you can see I've used a snowy on this one. You'll be using your Santas. Everybody got Santas. I used peppercorns because they're really little, and that's what the peppercorns are for. It's for these 4 spots here. I'm actually going to put it on 3 because this bow is going to cover the one here, and it's just going to end up getting in the way. So I'm going to put those on. And I gave everybody, whoops, knock my snowies over, lots of peppercorns, so if one breaks or you lose one or drop one, you don't have to worry about it. You have lots. So I'm just gonna, whoops, I'm using my glue gun. You can hold these with a little pair of tweezers. I do have my little tweezers here. I will often, there we are. So you can actually hold them like this. Just do a little dab. And glue that on. Sure, this time when I try and show you, it's not going to work. Forget it. Forget it. Not fiddling with it. I'm used to just using my fingers. A lot of people don't like using my fingers. You can use little tweezers. But obviously my fingers are not working this morning, so I'm not going to. So you can see how these peppercorns look on this. And again, this is will all be snowed and splattered and, you know, all the fun stuff that I do. So I am going to put the runners on now, and this will give them lots of time to dry before we put the bow on. And I used this. This is the Art Glitter Glue because it dried so good. So I'm going to run it along here. It doesn't go over. And then put it on. So you want to make sure it's really nice and straight. And I'm going to do that with both of them. About here, I think. I am going to use a little dab of my glue from my glue gun. I just want to make sure that these are, I think this one has to come up a little bit more. You want to make sure that they are straight. Stick a little blibble blobble of glue on the corners here, and this will keep it nice and straight. And here. Yep, so they're really straight. So I'm gonna take a Q-tip. I'm just gonna run it along here and just take this excess away. Just along both sides here. And this will dry clear, this glue. I just don't like to have an excess of it built up. I don't think it looks good when it is. We're going to that new movie this weekend, Twisters, with Glenn Powell. He's so cute. Anyway, we're going to go and see that this weekend. Okay, so you can see they're glued on and they will dry. See? Clear. You won't really be able to see it at all. Oh, it at all. So I'm just going to put it over here and let that dry. And we're going to do this bow. The bow and the little Sleigh Days tag. So I'm going to do the Sleigh Days tag first. That way it's kind of done and out of the way. Now I'm cutting mine off. I don't need the string. Now you can use, everybody will have, people will have different oxides and inks. So I use the walnut stain and I just brush them on here. And I went over this with it. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it does make a little bit of a difference. And I didn't do it too dark. And if you don't have this, you actually really don't have to put anything on it if you don't want. If you do want to paint this, I mean, you can, maybe do a little wash of asphaltum on it or burnt umber. You don't put a lot. These are quite dark, these crafts, so you really don't need to put that much color on them, if any. I'm going to go around this edge. Now I used walnut stain for this, but you can use, vintage photo or any of those darker browns. Okay, so I just went around the edge and roughed it up with scissors. If you don't have scissors, you can use your nail file, or you can, use the scissors first and then go over it again with the nail file. Depends on how much you want to distress it up. Obviously, the more you do, the more it's going to de-stress. And then I'm just going to take my antiquing wax and my finger. I'm going to go around this edge. I'm just dirtying that up. Like that. I took my stamps and I wrote Sleigh Days on mine. You can, of course, write anything you want. I think Keiko wanted to write Sleigh Rides. This glue dries so fast. Seriously, I mean, it's already, I think, whoops, no, not quite. Not quite, but it is almost completely dry. And if you're worried about it at all, you can run just a really little thin bead with your glue gun. Just here and there on it, just a really thin bead line. But it dries very, 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 very fast. Put that there. Okay, and so I did Sleigh Days. Again, you can do any color, you know, that you want. I think I'm going to use a vintage photo for the saying on it, and I am going to write Sleigh Days on this one. Could be a little bit darker. If you find that when you put it on and it doesn't go on right, or it goes on too light, or the letters upside down or whatever, if you're using the inks or the oxide, you can just dip a Q-tip in water and it comes, I'm sitting here going, and it comes right off. But look at, for some reason, this is the first time I've ever had it not come right off. Well, isn't that weird? So I'm just going to use that. I've never had it not come right off immediately. L. E. Usually, I tell you, this comes off, the inks and the oxide, as soon as they get any water on them, they come right off. So I actually am quite surprised that it didn't. Looking for the H. Oh, here it is. Sleigh Days. Did I use the antique wax? Just, oh, I did around the edges. And now I'm just using, I think I used the vintage photo ink for the letters. But again, you know, you can use whatever color you have on hand. You don't have to do exactly what I do. A lot of people don't have the exact same things that I do. Everybody's different. So you can always substitute. If you're not sure what to substitute with or for, just send me a message or put it up in the group, and myself and the other ladies will help. Everybody's so nice in this group. Come off on wood because, oh, what is it? Use antique, yes, come off on wood because can't be absorbed. What comes off on wood? The antiquing wax? What comes off on wood? I'm not sure. Oh, this, no, it comes off on that too, on this. I don't know why it did. Oh, look at, now it's, now it looks like it's off. Okay, let's just redo this S. No, it always comes off on everything. So anyway, it's just doing this because I went to show you, right? Okay. I just want to sorry, I'm just making sure this thing is glued down really good. On both sides. I love this little Snowy. It did seem to turn out. He looks really good on this sled, especially after we do more stuff to him. And you can, just so you know, you can the circle that we used, the wood circle, or I think I used chipboard. I think this is, yeah, I used chipboard. You can rust it up. So you can do the exact same thing on the circle that we did on the sled, make it look all rusty, and then instead of cutting around like this, the paper, you can rip it and then put it on. And then it'll just gives that a little bit different of a look to it. There's all different ways that you can use these, right? Just to be a little bit different so that not everyone is looking exactly the same. So you can just rip all along the edges, Mod Podge it on, and then use your antiquing stuff. Okay, so this is easy. Everybody got this. One, two, I don't know how much I gave everybody. There's 5 in this packet. I'm using one of the kits that I sent out. So, and I'm going to, so I just loop. So I take a little bit at the end here and make a loop. The size that I want it to be, the finished bow. So, and then I'm going to do a loop on the other side, the same as I did this side. And then I'm going to do it again. And again. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit. You want them even, so there. 3, 4. I want to make sure that might be too big. No, I think that'll be okay. And then I'm just going to tie in the middle here. And I'm going to leave this little piece on. So I've just tied it really tight there. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a bow. I think I might use my Bodabra. Doesn't really matter. But I'm going to do a 4 looper, but it's not going to be very big. It's going to be quite small actually. Don't want these to be too big. 3, one more. 4. Okay. I'm going to put this in the middle here and tie it. Make sure I don't want this to be too big, so I'm going to kind of pull these. There, like that. And then make sure you separate these. Now I want to cut these. I don't want these to be too long because then they cover everything down here. You can do it as long as you want. I'm going to cut a little bit off of mine. And then I'm going to fray these edges with my fingers. I'm not going to glue this on yet because I want to splatter this and do a little bit around the edges first. But everybody got 3 of these, so I'm just going to put that to the side. Everybody got 3 of these berries. Oh, just going to put that there. And do you need string first? No, I didn't use string first. Not for this one. Normally I do, but no, I don't. Not for this one. I'm just using a sponge, because this really is a good way to get this on. I'm not a fan of the bright red berries. They're all shiny and stuff. I always dullen mine up with some Rookwood Red, and I don't have to put a sealer or anything on after them. I just pounce it on. Doesn't always necessarily have to cover every square inch of that berry. You'll see it lifts it a little bit sometimes as you're pouncing. You just want to take that really bright red away. I'm going to dry them, but I'm going to hold my heat gun away from them a little bit, not too close, because these actually will bubble if it's too close. But you can see how it's not all completely covered. Just some places up in here. And I don't need it to be totally covered. They're going to be splattered and everything. I'm just trying to take away some of that shiny. I'm just going to cut these off. I'm so excited to see that movie this weekend. And then there's another movie too we want to see called A Quiet Place. It's the very beginning from when, I guess, the little monsters first came. So we really want to see that one too. So I'm going to glue these on. Just in the center of the bow here. There's 3 of them. And don't sit there and worry if some of the paint comes off. Like I said, this does not have to be completely covered or perfect. Some of the paint will come off, and I don't care. By the time I splatter it and everything, you won't even notice, but you can see. And berries aren't all exactly, one color, so you can see what they look like. Right. And then this is going to go right on here. I'm just looking, making sure I do this right. So I'm going to glue this on right on there. And then everybody got these. Some of them probably have snow on, some don't. I don't want them to be too long, so I'm just kind of judging how big I want these. See, that to me is a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit. I think about there is right. So just figure out how long you want your little piece of evergreen, and then just glue it under. Same with this one. I know this is going to be too long. I'm going to have to cut it with this one. I'm just going to glue them in here. Sorry, just want to fix this stupid thing. And you can make this part all as big or as small as you want. It's completely up to you. I'm going to add Sleigh Days in. And you can actually put this also anywhere you want. I think I'm going to just kind of sneak it right in there. Sleigh Days. Now we're going to splatter this up. There are 2 holes, so you can just run, whether you're using wire or rope. I didn't put that in. You can figure out, what you want to use. I'm going to just use a piece of this is just kind of like that really thin string. Gonna squiggle it into these holes. Oops. Come here, you. I'm just gonna tie a couple of knots on top of each other so that it's thicker and it'll hold. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other end. But you have to use fines, a little bit finer. This cannot be too thick or it is not going to go through the holes. You can, of course, make the holes a little bit bigger if you want. I'm going to fiddle dick with this now. Ugh. Why, when I'm trying to show you something? Is it going off? I might have to wet it. Maybe if I wet it a little bit. I had no trouble putting it through the first time when I did it. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, I think I'm going reverse. I think that's why. Okay, frustration is setting in, ladies. Frustration is setting in. No, that to me is going to unwind it. Ah! Okay, anybody feeling sorry for me yet? I'm going to end up getting ticked off at it. Do you need string? Oh yeah, no. Come on, you. The other side went in super easy. This one is going to be just a pain, I can tell. There. Oh, like pulling teeth. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing here. I'm double knotting. So did one knot, and then I'm going to tie another one right on top of that knot. Okay. And then I have a little bit of fabric that I cut off at the end here. You can also make this a little bit thinner if you want. And if you want, you can glue a little bit of fabric on it or whatever. That's totally up to you. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Snow Tech and we're gonna snow this up. So first of all, I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to put some snow down the sides. And really, you can put it anywhere you want. Some people like more snow, some people like a little bit less. I'm going to put it on top of my little peppercorns. And some up here. And we are going to be splattering this also with the snow. Sometimes yes, I do too. I use tape. The only thing with it is that this is really quite fine, this string, like it's that I think if I added tape, it's just going to make it too big to go through the hole. So I'm just not going to bother. Struggle through. It really didn't take that long. It's just frustrating, right? Okay. Now I'm going to splatter it. So I have my little spritzer here. Because I like to get this a little damp. I'm just picking up a little bit of water on this. Making sure that it is, and you don't want it too wet. If it's too wet, just pounce a little bit of it off and pick up some more. So I'm just going to splatter this. And I'm going to splatter it on the snowy. I'm going to cover his face a little bit. I don't need too much on his face. There. I think that is all I need to do. But it turned out so so cute. These sleighs are absolutely adorable. I'm just gonna come over here so I can show you the two of them. Whoops, come here, you. That's the only thing about going live is having to train everybody. I'm gonna say car sick, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm back. So these are the two Sleigh Days. Oops. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So there's the Snowy and the Santa. And just how you can make them a little bit different. Like I said, no two ever turn out the same. This is the Snowy, this is the Santa. Yeah, isn't it cute with the Snowy? I love both of them. I think they both are so cute, so pretty. Making a million of these for the craft fair because I think I'm gonna be selling a million of these. I do have on the website this, you can get the wood only for these, and also the kits. If you need extra papers, I'm actually going to put a bunch of papers up in the group, and I'm just going to put, like these are, winter, and these are summer. Anyway, and I'll just have pictures of all of them that are in the one package, so people can actually purchase some of these papers too. Yeah, so again, are adorable, adorable sleds. I love both of these. So if you decide you want, more papers, you might want to do some in the Snowies, you can just let me know. I can ship them in your kit, but I will also put them up on the website. The Snowy family, they are on the website. I do have a limited amount for this first run, so if you want them, you can order them. I will not ship them until next week, because I will have more. I have more coming out. 2 more pieces coming out. One's a fall one because I like to do a seasonal one. I'm kind of over summer now. I'm hot. I want fall, so I'm going to do a fall one, and then so I have the ornament, the Christmas ornament, the Christmas craft, the seasonal. So I have those all done. The ornament I pick up on Saturday from Deb, which is tomorrow. All the ornaments that she's done for me. They're so cute. I can't wait to show you. And then I'm going to do a fall one for you too. And so they'll all be out by Monday. But if you want the Snowy family or the toque, I do have a limited run of them right now, so you should get them. I just won't. The toque surface, did I not put the toque surface up? Wood only up? I will put some up. Okay, so after this class, I will work on doing the papers. I'll put the wood toque up. I'll put the wood only family. When are you doing Santa Baby? I have not done Santa Baby. Next week we are doing the home breadboard, and the week after we are doing Santa Baby. Just because there's a few people who won't be here next week who really wanted to be here when I did Santa Baby. So next week we're doing the home ornament, and then the week after that we're doing Santa Baby. If you like, I'll put a little thing up in the in my group and saying what days we're doing them, and of course the instructions and that'll all go up before then. These ones that I'm doing now, like the Snowy family, the new ornament that's coming out on Monday, Might even come out on Sunday if I get it done. And then the fall one, which is also will be out by Monday, they are all going to be August classes. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. Stay cool, everybody. Apparently it's supposed to start by next Tuesday or Wednesday. Again, it's supposed to start going down into the 80s, so I'm really looking forward to that. Stay cool, stay safe. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye. Oh, I can come here and finish.